everybody? Welcome to the first installment of the Pan-Africanism Strikes Back. I want to take this opportunity to explain. I want to take
What is up, everybody? We are back in the building. My little cousin Robert Lee Williamson is in the building, y'all. We gonna give you the title of first to be in the comment section because you hopped on first. Dropping comments. Shout out to everybody watching. Once again, live from Nairobi, Kenya. We still out here doing our thing, handling business. Guys, if you haven't already, go watch the pre-recorded videos that I most recently posted. We're dropping some jewels about Pan-Africanism, really just talking about people doing their own thing, doing things the way you think they should be done. Do your thing the way you think it should be done. Don't let other people control or dictate to you how to do your thing. It's your vision, not theirs. Your vision makes it your responsibility to execute it to the best of your ability. We got a lot going on these days in the wake of this presidential election. And I'm going to be honest to you. I believe my audience is going to change greatly because I'm not stopping. I'm not going to stop talking about the things that are most important to our people. I know you guys like celebrity gossip. I know you guys like just bullshit sometimes. That is a characteristic of our people. We love entertainment. We love joking. We love playing around all the time. And the number one thing we love doing is complaining when shit don't go our way. But one of these days, we will gain the maturity to understand that the main reason a lot of things don't go our way is because we don't give a damn to ever even discuss it or talk about it until it's too late. Black folks like to wait till some shit is sitting on their doorstep to address it. But this is a different generation. This is not the generation of our fathers. This is not the generation of our mothers. These ain't the women who knew how to cook biscuits from scratch, and these ain't the dudes who screwed your mama and left her with 5 kids on welfare. This is a new generation. So we like to have fun. We like to talk and shoot the breeze just like everybody else. But the priority is handling business. Every other group in America, every other group on the planet is prioritizing handling business and having the tough conversations. And if I got one person watching this bitch, I don't care. That's what we're going to do. And if you don't like it, this ain't the channel for you. Go listen to more people tell you about what celebrities are doing after they just sold you out, after they just wholesale sold you out, straight up tried to convince you to do something that would have absolutely destroyed your ability to thrive in America. Go ahead and keep thinking these people are worth talking about and these people are your friends. That's cool. That's not me. So maybe it ain't for you. But today we got to talk about something that's really crazy. I titled this Humble in Victory, Gracious in Defeat. Because we absolutely have to talk about the mixed reactions we are seeing from the liberal left Democrat woke mind virus contingent of American society, and how this impacts us as regular logical thinking people who want to raise our families and be prosperous. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you are new, drop a comment in the comment section so I can shout you out. If this is your first time, let it be known. If you've been here before, let it be known. And if this is your last time, I just can't watch this anymore. Common sense is too much for me to swallow on a consistent basis. Let it be known. I'm trying Unlike sorry ass Steven Jackson and bitch ass what's the other little light skin, a bright Negro, Matt, what's his name? Matt. Come on, y'all, help me. I know y'all watch basketball. Matt Barnes. Unlike those little punk ass little bitches, I really do want all the smoke. And if we going out with a bang. So let it be what it is, and it's gonna be what it is till it ain't no more. But we got this guy, Sir Charles Barkley, absolute Democrat shill, pretends to be an independent like a very large amount of black people in America, but ultimately, while saying he is an independent, has never, ever, 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 ever voted Republican in his life. And I think this dude is like 60-something going on 70. This guy calls out something that I've been saying about the radical leftists for far too long. This guy, at least I'll give him this, he's man enough to acknowledge that the group that he identifies himself with, he says he ain't one of them, but when he talks, he says we. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. But every time he talks, it's we. We. So I'm confused. You're not a Democrat, but when you talk about the Democrats and how the votes and things are happening and elections are going down, it's we. Do me one last favor, guys. Give me a 1 in the comment section if you can hear me okay. I want to make sure the audio's okay. Give me a, and also let me know if you can see me okay. I know a lot of you are just listening. That's okay. That's fine. But I just want to make sure you have the best listening experience possible. So there is a podcast that I didn't even know existed called The Steam Room, and it happens on YouTube and is brought to you by TNT. On this podcast, you have Charles Barkley and the other white dude who hosts inside the NBA. I don't even know his name. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know bro name. Been watching him for years. Don't know his name. It is what it is. And they mainly talk about sports, right? But lately, they've been dipping and dabbling in politics. Now, one thing I want you to understand about politics is when it comes to talk about politics, it's very much who the messenger is, right? People will swear they don't want to talk about politics when they're hearing about politics from a certain person who has a view they don't agree with. But when they find someone who echoes their sentiments, all of a sudden, everybody has an opinion on politics. The funny thing about politics is if all you do is talk to the people who think like you end up failing. We learned that from the Democrat Party, who, despite advice from many different sectors of, American politics, especially the sector that encompasses the American people, they continue to just dwell in an echo chamber. They preferred and chose to only consort with people who shared their opinions on everything. And those who dared to have a difference of opinion or introduce a different perspective, they were shouted down. They were basically made pariah and alienated from the Democrat hive mind. And this ultimately resulted in the Dems losing in a landslide in the 2024 presidential election. Now, some of these people acknowledge what is going on, right? Some of these people acknowledge what is going on. Some on the left acknowledge this, and they understand that there's a need for them to make a change, while others choose to wage a revolution as a resistance effort, as they've begun calling it. And basically, they are manufacturing situations of racism, bigotry, and what they deem to be discrimination. But let's first listen to Charles Barkley as he basically keeps it a buck with the Democrat Party that he claims he's not a part of. So while simultaneously saying he's not a part of it, he's referring to all of them as we lost, right? Massa, we sick, right? But somehow he's not a Democrat. But he basically tells the truth about why they lost and tries to give some advice going forward. Will they take it? No, because there's still too many crumbs to be collected off the floor from the remnants of the woke contingent.
I want to congratulate you. I want you to do the best for the American people because I got some numbers
Hold on, I'm
here.
bringing it back a little bit.
Fair and square.
We lost. I'm an independent that voted Democrat. Well, then why are you saying we lost? This guy's not independent. But I like the way when you tell him to shut the F up. And this is what I keep telling you guys right here. I love this part. What he says. You know what I want? I basically want to go back to normalcy in America. You know what I want? I want to be able to go in the store, grab toothpaste, and run out. I don't want to have to press a button and wait for some attendant or worker to come help me pull a tube of toothpaste out of the lockbox because people are running up in stores and stealing things and running out, right? I'm with you, Robert Lee. He wants the things that everyone wants, yet he continues to vote for the people who are perpetuating the nonsense. I keep telling people the same thing over and over. JC, I looked at the video while I was listening to this. I don't see any freezing. If you guys are seeing some freezing, please let me know. But as far as right now, I don't see any freezing going on. So if I don't see it, then sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I'll shut down some programs to make sure everything's good, but I'm not seeing any freezing. But if you guys got freezing from your end, let me know. But yeah, so just like you said, Rob, he literally wants the same things we all want, but votes against the candidate who's promising to deliver those things. I continuously tell you guys, why would you follow people who vote against not only your own best interest, but they vote against their own best interest? Kamala Harris is the cause of the things happening that you don't like. Did you just see when she talked about Prop 36? When she wouldn't even answer a basic question about how she voted on Prop 36, which was a proposition to lower the limit on prosecutable theft. She wants this crime. She wants this crime to keep happening. Look at Gavin Newsom. He's so bad that when Prop 36 was put on the ballot, he literally tried to enact a bunch of bullshit laws as an alternative to Prop 36. He wanted to circumvent the proposition. Oh, no, y'all don't need that because I'm putting these new laws in. We look at the new laws, the shit's bullshit. And how did he get the laws to his desk to get signed? All the California Democrats voted for them. But do you know Prop 36 passed? Do you know people in California are tired of this crap? Do you know we're tired of people stealing? Do you know how humiliating? Do you know how ridiculous you feel when you are spending $300-400 at the Nike store to buy your kids some shoes and buy yourself some shoes? And as you swiping your card to spend your $300-400, some hooligans are in there running out with 8, 9, 10 boxes of shoes. I saw a dude come in with a little wagon, fill it up with shoes, and walk out the door. After a while, people are going to say, why am I paying when they're getting everything for free? And then they'll start stealing. But this is the environment they want to create, an environment that condones and perpetuates crime. But Charles, my question, man to man, regular broke dude to multimillionaire, if you want a crime-free society, which is never going to be crime-free, But if you don't want to see people running in stores, running out with handfuls of clothes and all that, if you want to be able to walk into the pharmacy without having to beep the button so the attendant comes, because he's a celebrity. I'm sure he ain't trying to be up in there no long time. But hey, guess what? The attendant's busy because she's helping everybody else. If you want the same things I want, why aren't you voting for the same candidate I'm voting for? Even though you have just admitted that you realize that a vote for Donald Trump is not the end of the world. And the reason why I point out Charles Barkley is because there are there are basically 71 million Americans who did the same thing Charles Barkley did. They looked at what they wanted, they saw who was offering what they want, and they made a decision for one reason or another to vote against that. How did this woman even get 71 million votes? That should be worrying everyone. Because had there been a lesser candidate, she had a chance of winning. And that's the part that bothers me the most. That's the part that makes me say, hey, we can't just put this down and say victory and that's it. We got to keep our foot on the gas pedal with this crap. Because there are just too many people with too much influence who are willing to do what Charles Barkley did, whether or not they actually agree with the person. I can never trust Charles Barkley again. I don't give a shit what he says. Bro, you said you want the same thing I want. You expressed the same concerns I've expressed. And I'm sure he has many other concerns that he can't verbalize or communicate admit on TV. But you still voted for the person who perpetuates the problems that we complain about. Doesn't make sense to me. Even if you look at the shirt that Charles Barkley is wearing, Red Mount Vodka, bro, it's just a pay. He'll say anything for pay, man. This is what I'm realizing. But he's saying he has nothing but love and admiration for Joe Biden. Why the hell would anybody have love and admiration for Joe Biden? Joe Biden is nothing but a racist. And when Charles Barkley said that, you know what popped in my mind? They always try to say that the black conservatives are the coons and the Sambos, and we're the ones that be bootlicking massa. But in reality, it's just the black liberals. Those are the real ones, because even Malcolm X said that. I got nothing but love and admiration for Joe Biden. What that tells me, but he should have passed over the baton a little sooner. What that tells me is he'll vote for Kamala Harris again. What that tells me is he will vote for Kamala Harris again. He will vote for another woke, far leftist lunatic again, while simultaneously expressing anger at the very things that they represent and perpetuate. Stop breaking in people's cars. Stop breaking in people's houses. Bro, Joe Biden perpetuated that nonsense. You know who Gavin Newsom takes orders for? Joe Biden. You know who Kamala Harris takes orders from? Joe Biden. You know who Joe Biden takes orders from? George Soros. Bill Gates. And all the people who benefit from creating chaos. So they can use it later on to convince you to scare you into relinquishing your freedoms to them so they can fix it. I got this dude, Easy Six. Easy Six say, how did 75 million people vote for a convicted felon? I got a bigger question. How did 71 million people vote to be preyed upon by the criminal element of our society? I'll ask it again. How did 71 million people vote to be preyed upon by the criminal element of American society? And last I checked, Judge Merchan, you know the guy who hates Trump, the judge who is biased and shouldn't even be and shouldn't even be presiding over Trump's cases. You know, the guy whose daughter raised money for the Democrat Party and is admitted to being a Democrat and has sent multiple donations to the Democrat Party. You know that guy? That guy's about to throw out all Trump's convictions. This is what I'm reading. I don't know what you're reading, but these convictions are about to be thrown out. This guy's sitting on the New York State. He's sitting on New York State Supreme Court. But do you know that this guy is literally about to throw out Trump's felony convictions? So then what? Bait racks, I'm with you, fake felon. But this is what they'll keep saying. How do these people sit up and make excuses for criminals every day, but then want to hold Trump accountable? This is what we call selective outrage. This is what makes these liberals dangerous, because they are totally okay with the idea of arbitrary justice. Rules for thee, but not for me. If they do it, oh, you got to have mercy. It's slavery, it's oppression, it's the system. If Trump does it, you know what? String them up. Who wants to live in a society like that? Who wants to live in a society like that? You and this guy do the same crime, but everybody, he gets off with nothing, but you get convicted. You get the sink thrown at you, the book thrown at you, as they say. It makes no sense. I'm looking at these people and I'm just like, if you get your way, you lose too. How do liberals even benefit from the shit that they support? That is my biggest question. How do they benefit from the garbage that they choose to support? They don't. These people have been indoctrinated on an ideology of self-destruction, and they don't even realize it. It's like a drug addict. Wokeism is a drug. And you know what the thing about drugs is? They make you feel good in the moment. But long term, they have a debilitating effect or impact on you. That's the crazy thing to me. It's like a drug, the woke mind virus. That's why it's called the woke mind virus. Because it's like a damn drug or a virus, but more like a drug. People don't do drugs, because they know it's going to kill them eventually. They do it because it gives them a temporary good feeling. And that's what wokeism does. People out here competing to see who could be the most virtuous, but don't even realize that in their fake virtue, their fake virtue, they're actually perpetuating and facilitating some of the greatest miscarriages of justice, some of the greatest violations of human and civil rights ever to happen or to ever occur in history. And the world, America, is waking up. You want me to tell you, if they run another left-wing liberal crazy, they'll lose in an even bigger landslide, because America is waking up. Because for so long, you had a large segment of America who had never experienced the true like danger. They've never seen the true danger of the woke mind virus and the radical left. But now that these people are moving out, like people, you say, oh, that's just California. Those people out there are crazy. That's just California. Those people ain't got no sense. Well, guess what happened? Those people in California, they basically voted for policies that make their state, our state, unlivable. So now they have to leave. And they're traveling now with their crazy radical views. So the rest of the world is now out here experiencing these people. They're learning how sick these people really are. And they're standing up against it. Easy Six said Trump got 50.2% of the vote. No landslide. Yeah, that's not true. Let me verify that. But this is what's going on. Oh yeah, Trump did get 52.1% of the vote. But you know Kamala Harris only got 48% of the vote. Trump got 52% of the vote. Kamala, yeah, that's a landslide. That's a landslide. I don't know what you determine to be a landslide, but that's a landslide. This girl out of 50 states, this girl won how many states? One. Oh, I'm trying to make this smaller. Out of 50 states, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think she won 15 states, 15 out of 50. She got her ass whooped, 312 electoral college votes to 226. Trump actually got 76 million votes. And she actually got 73 million. She got her ass whooped. Whatever you say, buddy. I'm going to give you the link, Easy Six. You know the drill. You got 1 minute to come up or you're blocked. I'm giving you the link. You got 1 minute. The timer is set. Wait, let me set a timer. The timer's set. We don't do that. We're not doing that no more. Arguing in the comments. Because you guys, I really believe you guys are just bots. You guys are literally just dudes that get up here, timer set, who want to just throw salt. Get up here and explain your point. Get your ass whooped like everybody else or you're out. Anyway, but this is what I'm telling you guys. So when you're sitting up thinking, well, you know, I voted for Trump, but maybe that other side, there might be some things that they doing that I agree with. Guys, listen to me. Let me tell you something. They don't got any plan. He said it. We lost because we had no game plan. They didn't know what they were going to do if they won the presidency. But actually they did. Actually they did. What they were going to do is keep doing what they've been doing and further drive you down into poverty, further drive you down into chaos. He said, oh, we didn't have a game plan. Oh, there was a game plan. The same damn game plan they've been using. Easy Six, welcome to another year of being blocked. Let me get rid of this person. There you go. Anyway, so the whole thing is, anyway, you know, every couple of months I'll let everybody back in. They get back doing the same thing. They go out again. If you're not going to have some growth, that's the problem. And this is what Charle Barkley, what I agree with what he said. You lost. Shut the hell up. Stop trying to make up excuses. Stop trying to find, oh, but this or that with Trump. Guys, let me tell you something. When there's a saying, you have to be humble in victory and gracious in defeat. That basically means if you win, you shouldn't gloat and make fun of the other side, which I didn't gloat at all. I actually took several days off. I traveled. I'm in Nairobi, Kenya right now, and I really haven't been hammering the left, even though I could. That's called humble in victory. But then there's another side to that quote that says you have to be gracious in defeat. Being gracious in defeat is what Charle Barkley is doing. Look, we lost. This is why we lost. We understand why we lost. Congratulations to them. We're not going to take anything away from them. but we need to go back and reevaluate our game plan so we could come back stronger next time. That's called being gracious in defeat. Well, let's look at when Joe Biden beat Donald Trump. Were they humble in victory? No. They spent the next 4 years continuing to kick Donald Trump when he's down. You ever watch the movie where the guy gets knocked down and then the guy starts kicking him and he kicks him and kicks him and kicks him until that last kick? Then the dude sit up, grab his damn foot and twist his damn ankle and he fall on the ground. Now the dude's on top of him whooping his ass. That's what the Democrats did. That's what the liberals did. They beat Donald Trump. And instead of working on governance and ruling the country in a way that was conducive to the prosperity of all of its citizens, which would have made it totally impossible for Trump to run another campaign against him for re-election, they chose to just focus on kicking Trump while he was down. Realize how much, right? Realize how much these people continue to talk about Donald Trump long after Donald Trump was beaten, allegedly, in the 2020 election. I'm talking about Biden was 3 years deep into his presidency and was still bringing up Donald Trump. Does that sound like being humble in victory? No. Then they just lost. They don't even know how to lose properly. They don't even know how to be gracious in defeat. Because they have to keep trying to find excuses to justify why this woman lost. She lost because she was a bad candidate. That's what Charle Barkley is trying to tell y'all. She lost because she was not a good candidate for presidency. She lost because she couldn't answer a straight up question about her policies. But now we got to endure 4 more years of these people trying to convince you, no, that's not why she lost. She lost because y'all racist. She lost because y'all misogynist. So now what? We're not picking the president based on who's the best for the job. We're picking the president now based on who's the woman and who's black and all this other nonsense. Why did Barack Obama beat John McCain? Because Barack Obama at that point was the best person for the job in a lot of people's eyes. But he actually got up there and played the part. He got up there and played the part. They asked him a question, he answered it. A lot of it was pure bullshit, but guess what? He answered it.
And the reason for doing
he answered it. So he beat out John McCain, an old crusty white man whose arms don't work. Yeah, he beat him. Obama, tall, dark, handsome guy. He won. He got that. He did that. And you know what? Back then, the Republicans were being salty as fuck. And they weren't being gracious in defeat. And the Democrats slammed them over that. But it's like nowadays, the two sides have totally flipped. Now it's the Democrats who are acting ridiculous. And I can understand if you were so angry about losing, if you had some good ideas. But the Democrats have no ideas for America. They don't really know how to run the country. All they're thinking about is how to spend more of your taxpayer monies on bullcrap, giving it to illegal immigrants and stuff. It doesn't really make any sense. But America is waking up. And these people are angry. And they don't know what to do, right? They don't know what to do now that they've lost and they've lost power. They don't know what to do because that's all they know. They're not doing anything because they care about the American people.
Staten Island bakery.
They're doing it because they just want to be in control. And I'm not going to come down on women or anything, but it kind of reminds me of a lot of times how a lot of women, females operate. She don't really have no ideas about what she want to do. She just knows she wants to be in charge. So then when you say, okay, here, you're in charge now, everything goes to hell. Oh, wait, you mean being in charge mean I actually have to run shit and wake up her every day? It's like a woman want to be the breadwinner for a family. Oh, shit, you mean I got to pay overtime to pay for little Susie's braces? I don't like that. But if you look at the party, you look at the political side, you look at who the vast majority of their supporters are. And when you see who their supporters are, you understand what the narrative of that political party is. And you understand why that party has a very hard time running the country once they do gain the mantle of leadership. You got to show your face, do you? I can see you in the back, but you got to show your face. I'll wait for you to show your face. That being said, and I really hope we don't have to do 4 years of this shit. I really hope we don't have to go through 4 whole years of this mess. But the left is doing what the left does the best. Now they are manufacturing racism. Once again, what is manufacturing racism? Jussie Smollet. That's manufacturing racism. Jussie Smollet is what manufactured racism looks like. Now we got Whoopi Goldberg, Whoopi damn Goldberg, the radical leftist host of The View. Do you? Yo, you got to show your face. You're up. Show your face. Yo. I don't see you. I see a shadow moving around in the background. Do you?
Hold on.
Can
Hold
you
on.
hear me?
Hold on.
Hold up. He fell off. I don't know what his issue is. But anyway, now we got the radical left-leaning hostess of The View, Whoopi Goldberg, somebody who is rich, somebody who is very rich. She is up here claiming that a bakery discriminated against her. Jussie Smollet all over again. And this is the left. If we don't get our way, what we're going to do is we're going to bog everybody down with bullshit claims of racism and discrimination and bigotry. If we don't win, we just going to drag everybody back to the 1930s. Well, guess what? If you do win, what you going to do? Nothing, like Bernie Mac used to say. Nothing. So if you do win, you're not going to do anything. But if you don't win, we got to deal with petty bullshit, right? We got to deal with petty bullshit and false accusations made against hardworking Americans. Let's tap into this.
A Staten Island bakery is hitting back at Whoopi Goldberg after she alleged on The View that they refused to make her dessert for her 69th birthday over her left-wing politics.
I should tell you, Charlotte Russe has no political leanings. And the place that made these refused to make them for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What? Oh,
They said that their ovens had gone down, all kinds of stuff, but folks went and got them anyway, which is why I'm not telling you who made them. But can't be because I'm a woman, but perhaps they did not like my politics.
Yeah.
But the bakery is firing back. They say that the reason they couldn't deliver Whoopi's order was due to problems with the building's boiler and not her politics. They even held a news conference with some other New York lawmakers, including Vito Pasella, to clear their good name. Judge, you have strong thoughts about this.
I can't stand that dude. I don't even know his name. Can't stand that little light dude who looked like some type of android or something. But guys, This is a small business in New York. When you're doing business, business is about making money. Most people who run business couldn't give a damn about your politics unless they're rich, unless they're wealthy, right? Unless they're in California, stupid, discriminate against you because you support Trump, and then next week they're out of business. They want money. Why would you pass up an order for Whoopi Goldberg's big ass? And she's probably, she's gonna drop some change. They said the boiler's not working. You think these people were like, so we're not gonna do something that we gotta do every day regardless to make a bunch of money because we don't like Whoopi Goldberg's politics. Lady, everybody knows you're a liar and just an actor and a fraud. Ain't nobody taking your political opinion that serious. That's serious. Robert said, Kamala spent all that money on celebrity endorsements instead of getting some pointers to actually find some effective policies. Facts. Ichigo said, Whoopi married and dated only small hats. To hell with her. Hey, ain't it crazy how in 2024, the main people hollering racism laid up with white folk? And I ain't saying I got an issue with white folk. I'm just saying, if I was white folk, I'd be like, damn, we so racist, but you laid up with us. It must not be too bad. But yeah, let's tap into this some more.
Well, first of all, I have strong thoughts about Whoopi because I think it was about 6 years ago she threw me off the set of The View. There I am because I was supporting Donald Trump. Okay, but I should thank her because I was there to talk about my book, which made #1 on the New York Times bestseller. It was a script. You could see the body language there, too.
You haven't changed one bit. I mean,
yeah. Okay, but let me tell you a little bit about it. Oh, my God. Yeah, it was crazy. I watch that. Yeah, it was crazy. But look, there's no requirement that you identify the name of the bakery explicitly. If you Google Charlotte Russe, there is only one bakery in New York that carries this particular cupcake. And they wanted to pre-order it. She called. She said, it wasn't my gender, it was my politics. How the hell do you know that? They can prove that the oven wasn't working. But the next day it was working. So they were able to sell the cupcakes. So it was a false statement. It was made publicly. And they can sue for damages because it was a lie. It was defamatory. They were subject to contempt and an unsavory opinion, which is why they held the press.
And they should sue her. They should sue her for every penny they could get out of her. Only one bakery in New York makes this Charlotte Russe cupcake. So Whoopi tried to act like she didn't publicly tell people who it was, but guess what? People know. All people got to do is look up Charlotte Russe cupcakes. All people got to do is look up Charlotte Russe cupcakes. And the first thing man, listen, bro. Whoopi, you're not slick. You're not slick at all. Sorry. Type in Charlotte Russe cupcakes. First thing that's going to pop up, Charlotte Russe cupcakes, New York. First thing going to pop up, Holterman's at Holterman's Bakery. Holterman's Bakery. On 405 Arthur Kill Road. She knew what she was doing. And this is now what we have to deal with. A bunch of rich, entitled crybabies preying on anyone that they feel they can get on some charges of racism or discrimination. She said, I didn't feel like it was my gender, it was my politics. So this is what they're doing. They're playing victim musical chairs. Either if you do anything to them, it has to be based on it was because their gender, or I'm a woman, or because their politics, or I'm a leftist, a woke radical leftist, or because of the color of their skin, or I'm black, or I'm Mexican, whatever. This is what America wants to be. And I feel like just like America rejected this ideology, this identity politics so many decades ago, I believe America is once again rejecting this crap because it is not conducive to growth and prosperity. The only people who benefit from this shit are the politicians who milk it to gain power, and the rich celebrity elitists who can use racism and discrimination to draw attention away from the fact that they aren't doing a goddamn thing to invest in the communities they lie and claim to care so much about. When have you guys heard of Whoopi Goldberg doing anything for the people where she grew up? Where did Whoopi Goldberg even grow up? Because Whoopi is black and loves to play the black card, but we really don't know shit about Whoopi's past, other than she married and got divorced from a bunch of white guys. Whoopi, listen, Goldberg is not even Whoopi Goldberg's last name. Whoopi ain't even Whoopi name. So if you ask me, Whoopi Goldberg is just a fraudulent character who basically does whatever she needs to do to make money. Whoopi Goldberg's real name is Karine Elaine Johnson. Where the hell did Whoopi Goldberg come from? Or Karen? Her name is Karen Elaine Johnson. She really is a Karen. Karen, I'm going to just start calling her Karen. I'm not calling her Whoopi no more. Karen. Karen Elaine Johnson began her career on stage in 1983 with her one-woman show, Spook Show, which transferred to Broadway under the title Whoopi Goldberg. This is who she is. Karen Elaine Johnson was born in Manhattan, New York City. So she definitely was rich. On November 13, 1955, the daughter of Emma Johnson, a nurse and teacher, and Robert James Johnson Jr., a Baptist clergyman. She was raised in public housing project in New York City. Goldberg described her mother as a stern, strong, and wise woman who raised her as a single mother with her brother Clyde. She attended a local Catholic school, St. Columba's. Her more recent forebears migrated north from Fayetteville, Georgia, Palatka, Florida, and Virginia. She dropped out of Washington Irving High School. She said that her stage name Whoopi was taken from a whoopee cushion. When you're performing on stage, you never really have time to go into the bathroom and close the door. So if you get a little gassy, you've got to let it go. So people used to call me, people used to say to me, "You're like a whoopee cushion." And that's where the name came from. This lady is ridiculous. This lady's ridiculous. She has stated that people would say to her, "Come on, are you Jewish?" Because she adopted the name Goldberg. My mother did not name me Whoopi, but Goldberg is my name. It's part of my family, part of my heritage, just like being black. I just know I am Jewish. I practice nothing. I don't go to temple, but I do remember the holidays. She has stated that people would say, "Come on, are you Jewish?" And I always say, "Would you ask me that if I was white?" I bet not. One account suggests that her mother, Emma Johnson, thought the family's original surname was not Jewish enough for her daughter to become a star. Goldberg has said that her family is Jewish, Buddhist, Baptist, and Catholic. Just bullshit. She's just a bullshit person. That's ultimately what that's saying. A bunch of nonsensical ways to arrive at a point or a reason for doing something. And this is why I don't believe Whoopi Goldberg, the actress, has any integrity whatsoever. Now she's out here trying to prey on a small business owner because she's mad. She's mad. This is what they do. This is what Tucker Carlson said. The other Tucker. I'm a Tucker. This is the other Tucker. They're angry. They hate you. They hate America. They hate America because we refuse to acknowledge them as remarkable when they're everything but. They're mad because America stood up to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris' tyranny and wokeism and cancel culture. So now what they're going to do is they're going to weaponize the peanut gallery, the mass mob of idiots who support them against any American they can, against any small business they can. Who wants to live in a world like that? Where you got damn celebrities, people making millions, trying to play the victim and prey on small business owners. People who gotta calculate their spending. They gotta base their spending on how can we keep the lights on? Can we keep the boiler fixed? You think they wanted to miss that order? Boiler probably been needing repairs, but they probably just couldn't budget it, fit it into the budget. This Whoopi is something else. She's trifling as hell.
Press conference. That's it.
You have thoughts about this prime time?
So it was a Thursday 2 weeks ago, and I had Johnny call a restaurant near my house to make a dinner reservation for 6:30 for 2 on Saturday night. And I said, all right, Johnny, how'd it go? And he goes, you didn't get it. And I said, what? Because I'm not used to not getting reservations. I said, so what happened? And he goes, well, they said they didn't have enough room for you guys. And I said, well, did you say my name? And he goes, yes, Jesse, I said your name. I said, he goes, I even asked if I could speak to the manager. I spoke to the manager and he said, no, we're not going to give him a table. So immediately I thought I was being discriminated against because I'm Jesse Waters. And now
Olive Garden would never do that.
and now I'm thinking there might just not had enough room. And that just might be their policy. It has nothing to do with my politics. But did I go out on Friday and blast the place by name?
Yep.
No. I have more class than that. Dignity, not so much.
Kayla, you always get in where you want to go, so this conversation's foreign to you. But what are your thoughts about the? About
Shut up, Harold.
Well, thank you. I do get in often. I
All
have
right,
those
whatever.
persuasion skills.
Hey, guys, it was packed.
Johnny, I'll teach Johnny some of it. Look, so this press conference happened during our hour, during Outnumbered, and I heard that a bakery is having a press conference. I'm like, what? Since when are we covering a bakery press conference? Then I learned the details. This press conference began by them saying, like, we are the American story. These bakers wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. This was a family business. They worked their whole lives to keep going. The boiler was 60 or 70 years old. It went out. Totally explanatory story. But Whoopi Goldberg, she said, perhaps it was because of my politics. What data point do you have to lead you to believe that? Did you just make that up? The hubris you have, Whoopi, to send out the attack dogs on a family bakery. You have lost all touch with reality. And I agree, defamation here.
Yep.
Mr. Gutfeld, I know you order from this place a lot. Have you ever had a problem not getting your order?
Not at all. Isn't it ironic that Whoopi is getting a rise out of the bakery? We'll be right back. There is nothing worse than a person on television with a wide audience, and The View has a wide audience, dunking on a small business because they didn't get what they want. You're supposed to have some kind of grace when you know that you have power that somebody else doesn't. Charisma is power plus empathy. You have the power, you choose not to use it. Right? That's why Trump is charismatic, because like he can do a lot of things, but he chooses to be nice to people. This is the opposite of charisma. The best part of the story, though, is that The View put in an order to a bakery that was too big to fill. Right? You know, so the election wasn't the only thing that was too big to rig. It's The View's diet. Just when you think about how low The View got after this election, how crass and horrible they were, and they just got lower at a time when ABC is looking at everything and trying to figure out what are they going to do to make this show relevant to people, because they're getting beaten by everybody.
They did not need this scandal.
No, they didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
They created it.
Scandal for them.
Yeah, they're baked.
I love what he said. This guy. These I like the five. They dropped some good points. Lady, you're rich. These people are everyday working class people. But when I continuously tell you guys that these celebrity elites hate the middle class, they hate us because we remind them that even though they may be rich, collectively, we dwarf any type of wealth that they could ever amass. They don't want to see you. Let me tell you something. You know what a rich person hates the most? Growing up in California, what I realized, a rich person hates when they're trying to get, because bear with me. When rich people can't get reservations, you know what they do? If they really like a place, they go to the bar of that place and they eat there. Sorry, I'm blanking out. When rich people can't get a reservation at a restaurant that they really like, they just go to the bar of that restaurant and they sit at the bar and they eat there. You know what a rich person hates the most when they go into their favorite bar, their favorite 5-star Michelin star restaurant? You know what they hate? They hate when they can't get a reservation. They go in to sit at the bar to eat, and they see some middle-class guy looks like a plumber or a carpenter or maybe the guy who's a manager at the grocery store sitting at a table celebrating his wife's birthday. You could always tell when people aren't used to a setting. Celebrating his wife's birthday or his kid's graduation from college or high school. And that rich asshole says, that's the seat I could have been sitting in, but they gave it to this middle-class asshole. The middle class is inconvenient for the celebrity elites and the elite 1% because we have just enough access to resources to be able to temporarily infiltrate their spaces. That's why they don't like us. That's why they hate us. We make just enough money to touch the hills of heaven. They don't like that. They don't want you anywhere around because when they look at you, it's a reminder of where they came from. And when they look at you, it's a reminder of every dirty, filthy, nasty, low-down, degenerate thing they had to do to get to where they are. That's like a prostitute looking at a housewife. She go every night to shake her ass on stage, and yes, she might make a little bit of money. But she looks at the lowly, humble housewife and says, damn, she got a house. I ain't got a house. She got a loving husband. I just got Pookie whooping my ass every day, taking my money and spending on cocaine. She got kids, and the kids look happy, and she's taking care of them, and she gets to be mommy and taking them to school every day. Speaking of cocaine, my nose is running for some reason. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so she looks at the kids. She gets to play mommy and take care of her kids every day. Where are your kids? Your kids is in the foster care system. You don't know where they at. That's how the rich look at the middle class. Everyone thinks, oh, I'm so rich. Being rich is so great. It probably is great. I'm not rich. I wouldn't know. But I know a lot of people have done some things they aren't too proud of to get there. And that's what you see with people like Whoopi Goldberg. You know, rich people have regular dreams too. That's why you see rich people like Cher. You know, Sonny and Cher, she's real rich. Dude, she owns like a frosted a snow cone or gelato food truck that just goes around delivering ice cream all day. A lot of these people wanted to do some of these things like, oh, I want to own a bakery. I want to own a restaurant. I want to do this. I want to do that. But now the woke mind virus has infiltrated their brainstem to the point where they're just like, I got to find somebody smaller than me to punch down on. And who do you punch down on? You punch down on people you hate. And these celebrity elitists hate the middle class because, especially now, because they know that the majority of the middle class voted for Donald Trump. Probably damn near all of it. And when they realized that they didn't have control over you, when they realized that they didn't have the control over you that they thought they did, oh, it only pissed them off even more. It only made them even angrier. To hell with that. Guys, please do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Also, please don't be afraid to contribute to the stream. The link to the Cash App is in the comments. The link to the PayPal is in the comments. And if you need it, I can give you the details for the Zelle contributions. We do maintain a asking of $30 per live stream. We don't always hit the mark, but a lot of times we do. And I know all my people in the comments love the content that we're making here. And let's just keep it going by supporting the channel, not only by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, sharing the content, but also contributing in a monetary way if you have the ability to do so. Don't put yourself in a bind contributing to the stream, but anything you contribute is greatly appreciated. Let's tap in on this a little bit more. Then we're moving on to Elon.
Everybody tamps it down a bit. And
Oh, stop it.
The left is always
Are you friends with
complaining.
Whoopi?
the religious, my faith says to me, the best
Yeah.
way to get people to get together and try to calm things down is over meals. So hope people.
Maybe they should break some
Yeah,
bread.
you
Fan
talk
Mail
to
Friday. Fan Mail Friday. Listen to you. Fan Mail Friday.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.
So this guy who's a Democrat liberal shill who voted for Kamala, he says his faith tells him that the best way to get people to calm down and relate with each other is over a meal. Bro, check this out, bro. Check this out, bro. These people don't give a damn about having no meal with nobody. These people are angry because they didn't get their way. They're like spoiled children. You ever try to talk to a spoiled child? They fold their arms, they stick out their bottom lip, and they don't want to interact with you because they're not getting their way. Now, if you say, okay, you can have your way, guess what they're going to do? They're going to come alive. Oh, okay, cool. That's the left. A bunch of adults acting like damn children. And it's okay for you to do that in America. But we're not about to let you destroy our country because you're angry because you can't get your way. We're not about to let you destroy our country because you feel sad or upset or you feel sympathy from some group that's having a hard time. We could work together to fix it, but that takes dialogue. These people don't want to have a dialogue. These people do not want to have dialogue. These people want you to shut the hell up and do whatever they want you to do without even considering the potential consequences or ramifications of that. Hold on. Let's sit down over a meal. I hate when people try to oversimplify stuff. I really hate that. Let's just simplify. Let's just sit down over a meal and we can talk about it. You can't talk to these people, the vast majority of them. You can't. They don't want to talk to you because not women, but because I'm typing the word woman, so I said woman. I'm trying to go to this one video because these people, when they have conversation with normal people, that reminds them of how deranged and ridiculous and crazy they are. So they don't want to talk to you. They want to silence you. They want to silence you. That's it. They want you to shut up so they don't have to hear you reminding them of why they're crazy. So they don't have to be reminded of what's wrong with them. It's like a person with one leg not wanting to play on the damn kickball team. Well, it makes a lot of sense. Motherfucker can't kick the ball in any effective way. Or a person with no legs. Hey, man, let's go play some kickball. He gonna look at you. You think you funny? That's like a midget being like, yo, let's go shoot some hoops. Some might, most probably aren't gonna do that. Because they don't want to be reminded of how damn short they are. They don't want to be reminded. So when people say, let's just have a conversation with these people, what do you think we've been trying to do for 4 years? If these people wanted to have a conversation, right? If these people wanted to have a conversation, Joe Biden probably would have got reelected. If these people wanted to have a conversation, Joe Biden probably would have gotten reelected because they would have sat down, they would have acted like they had some common sense, and people would have said, yo, right? Yo. These people aren't so bad, maybe. They're willing to listen and sit at the table, right? Hell no. They don't want to sit down and have no damn conversation. They want to shout you down so that they don't have to hear what you think. there's a video I saw. I can't find the original video, but I want to show you why these people never want to have a conversation. I want to show you where these people really stand and why. This was a video where Charlie Kirk was talking to some student at some college, right? And I love Turning Point. I love people like Charlie Kirk because they show you, though these people might try to make it seem like they want to have a conversation and they're willing to sit down and put their big boy pants on and talk like adults, they're not. They're really not. They're not.
You create a company that's like close to being a fascist, and then like,
okay, well, how am I? Sorry. Let's go through this. How am I a fascist?
Dude, like
can you name one thing I believe that's fascist?
You believe that like you are.
You're a fascist. Okay, tell me how I'm a fascist. Can you tell me one thing that I believe that even resembles fascism? You like did. That's the same thing that how people sound when they say Trump is a fascist, and you're like, how is Donald Trump a fascist? They can't even name one thing. There was an Asian lady at the furniture store the other day. I told you guys this story. Oh, Trump dictator, Trump fascist. I'm like, how is Trump a fascist? No, the guy who ruled over the country you come from, Pol Pot, he was a dictator. He killed millions of you guys. But Trump's a fascist? Lady, you look like you're about 75 years old. You left the killing fields because a dictator named Pol Pot was slaughtering you guys like cockroaches. But you're saying Trump's a dictator? He lied. Okay, tell me one lie. Couldn't even name one, bro. This is why these people don't want to have conversations. They need to be in an echo chamber. Where when I say how high, you say jump. How high jump. That's what they want to be in. She fled for sure. They want to just be in an echo chamber where they throw some bullshit out and everyone agrees with it automatically. No questions asked. Why do you think they're trying to make a government that operates like that? Why do you think they're trying to make a government that operates like that? Because that's where they feel comfortable. They want to make a hive mind. They don't care about freedoms, especially yours. Because living as a free person is hard. It's difficult. Things don't always go your way, and everyone doesn't always agree with you.
He asked me to prove my point.
But I'm such a bad fascist. I let the people who disagree in open mic to talk to me for 2 hours uninterrupted.
Okay.
I'm an awful fascist. I'm more like a free speech liberal of the 1970s, not a fascist.
But I just want to say Turning Point USA is a evil company that was funded by thousands of fracking companies, and that
no, it's not thousands, but we do have some frackers that give us money. But
yeah, and then all it is making the rich more rich.
Fascism to fracking.
That's all it is.
He mad,
That's all it is.
Okay, again, I'm happy to have a debate. I can see you're getting kind of fired up.
I'm sorry.
So, but why are we evil? Like we're having a nice discussion.
Because
all of a sudden you're calling me like
because it seems like you just want the rich get even more rich. Like
we haven't talked about the rich at all. I mean, so you don't even know my positions on this stuff at all. And by the way, just so we're clear, the wealthy.
Why is this guy going to college? He doesn't want to be rich. He doesn't want to be wealthy. He's just going to school and taking out hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loans so he could be broke and work at IHOP. That's what kills me. Why are these people going to college? No one goes to college like, yo, I'm just going because I just want to work a minimum wage job. You're going to college so you can outdo someone who didn't go to college. You're going to college so you can have a standard of living that is above the standard of living that people who didn't go to college have. College, in my opinion, is purely hierarchical, is purely class-based, most of it to me. Because honestly, your education is limited by how much money you have. So inherently, someone with more money will have access to a higher education unless they're willing to put in a lot of work to get that level of education. And by the time they do that, they're probably going to be in debt that they feel is insurmountable. College is one of the most elitist, selective things in the world. Go to a college. Find how many poor kids you see up there that ain't on a scholarship.
Wealthiest counties in the country all vote for Democrats. You know that, right? 8 out of 10 of the wealthiest counties in the country vote for Democrats. The wealthiest people, absent Elon Musk, are all on the left. Jeff Bezos, George Soros, Mark Benioff, Mark
Elon Musk on the
Zuckerberg, Laurene
left?
Powell Jobs. On the left, yes. The richer you are, the more likely you are to be a Democrat and on the left.
Explain it to me, please.
The numbers speak for itself. The Democrats are the party of the oligarchy. Can you name one tech CEO outside of Elon Musk that is a conservative?
I personally think. Let me think.
No, he can't. Charlie Kirk killed the guy. The guy's an idiot. The guy's a total idiot. We already know. Oh, you guys, the right is evil and you want to be fast. Bro, the left are the ones who are supported by the corporations. George Soros, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos. The list goes on and on. And all the celebrities that endorsed Kamala Harris. These people are multi-billionaires and they're all voting Democrat, but you keep on trying to convince yourself that the Democrats are the party of the people. Jeff Bezos' workers going against him, talking about strikes and all that because he won't let them unionize, but he's a Democrat. Union Joe took money from Jeff Bezos. Kamala Harris, who pretended to be a supporter of the union, took money from Jeff Bezos. But all of a sudden, Jeff Bezos, the guy who's being accused of all types of abuses by his workers, he's suddenly the man of the people. Come on, dog. Come on, bruh. That doesn't even make sense. Frank White, 100%. He hates rich people, but supports rich liberals. The richest people on earth. The richest, most wealthiest people on earth. He has a problem with rich people, but supports the party that got $1 billion in donations for a candidate that can't even string a sentence together. Just make that make sense for me.
Peter Thiel?
Yeah, that's one. That's one. Larry Page, Google, on the left, worth $120 billion. Sergey Brin, Google, $130 billion on the left. Laurene Powell Jobs, Mackenzie Bezos, Jeff Bezos.
If they're on the left, what has they done that was like, quote unquote, to do the left stuff?
What has they done?
Well, okay, so Larry Page.
What have they done to do the left stuff? At that point, a normal, like anybody else would have just walked off on this dude. Like, all right, bro, you done. What do you mean, what have they done, fool? They're giving money to the leftists. They're funding this shit. Are we going to talk about George Soros and Alex Soros? Bill Gates? We know they're on the left. The left knows these people are on the left. The left, the people who are voting for Democrats, who are pretending like they're against corporations and fascism, know that these people are on the left. But it doesn't make any sense. Because when you're led by emotion, logic doesn't factor in.
Gives money to left-wing NGOs all the time.
Like, if you're on the left, I don't think you will ever be this rich.
Well, they are. You know why? Because the left
they're not.
No,
because they're not.
The left is a scam. The left uses people.
If you're on the left, you would never be this rich. They are this rich because they're not. They are. They came out and endorsed Kamala Harris. So they're really on the right, but they're not supporting Donald Trump. Look at Mark Cuban. These people not only don't support Donald Trump, they go out and speak against him openly.
Who is this?
Let me tell you why. It's a good question, actually. The left uses people like you that think that, oh, we're going to fight the rich. Well, they protect their oligarchy. While you guys have to keep on working hard and never own anything, when we conservatives are the ones that actually want to restore the American middle class and bring jobs back to this country.
How would you restore?
Let me finish. The left uses people like you every day, and they use people on you by the trans thing, the abortion thing. Keep voting for us because the fascists are going to take your rights away. When who's funding the left? The richest people. George Soros. Do you know who George Soros is?
Who is funding? Dude, I have never seen a leftist organization come to campus spreading their propagandas.
Well, because the whole university is a leftist organization.
No, it's
spreading
not.
propaganda.
It's liberal. There is a clear-cut difference between a leftist and a liberal.
You're coming after this in a good way because I'll just say.
So basically, this guy bases his whole perspective on everything based on who comes to his college campus. Is that somebody you really think should have the ability to vote? His whole understanding of the world is based on which groups come to his college campus. And he's a damn liar. Leftist organizations come on college campuses all the time. Greenpeace and all these different groups are on college campuses all the time. I've never seen. You're a liar. He's a damn liar. And this is, you have to lie. You have to lie to be a liberal. That's exactly what Tucker Carlson said. They make it, they literally punish you for not being willing to lie. I've never seen a leftist group come to my campus. He said the whole thing is, the whole institution is leftist. Of course it is. Of course it is. That's why the teachers at the school don't go over here and talk to Charlie Kirk. If they were all conservatives, they'd say, hey, Charlie Kirk's here. Let's go out there and say what's up to him. They know, and they know they're indoctrinating you. That's why they will never get on a microphone and express their views. No one. This is the lie they've been telling you. Oh, the left is for the people. But you know what's crazy about this past election? The people have realized the left is not about for them. Now, some way, somehow, Trump has turned the Republican Party, or at least the MAGA wing of it, into the party of the people. Because the Democrats refuse to acknowledge the concerns of the people.
Democrat politics, okay?
Okay.
Almost every major, powerful, wealthy person in the country, over $100 billion in net worth, with the exception of one person, Elon Musk, is on the cultural left and gives money to the left. Mark Zuckerberg gave $400 million in the 2020 election to help get Joe Biden reelected through the Center for Technology and Civic Life. Mackenzie Bezos.
That helps his case, obviously. He would donate money to his...
Oh, okay, but hold on. Wait 1 second. Mackenzie Bezos with $45 billion, major Biden backer. Laurene Powell Jobs worth $20 billion. Steve Jobs' widow, one of the most radical left-wingers in the Emerson Collective. Mark Benioff from Salesforce worth $12 billion. One of the most radical left-wing guys that you'll see out there. The eBay guy, Omador, one radical left-wing. It's so important for you on the left. You guys are being scammed and gamed, because they talk a good game about building the middle class, but it is not the party of democracy. It's the party of oligarchy. And you can go fact check me tonight. Okay. And you might actually have cognitive dissonance. Type in this: wealthiest counties in the country. They almost all vote for Joe Biden. Who gives the most political donations to the left? All the wealthy people. Go look up the top billionaires on the Forbes list, the top 100. Only about 10 of them give the Republican, the other 80 give the Democrat, the other 10 don't give it all. It is mind-blowing when you realize the shift in power the last 10 years. Republicans used to be the party of the rich. You know what changed? We nominated a class traitor as our nominee, Donald Trump. As soon as Donald Trump became our nominee, all the billionaires said, we don't want him anymore. He talks about things we don't like. He wants to end the wars, close the border, bring jobs back to this country. We want to keep on supporting a political party that doesn't want any of that stuff. Explain to me how Joe Biden represents the working class in this country. He doesn't.
He very much supports the unions.
It's a... So, hold on a second. The union or the union bosses? Big difference. The union bosses supporting the rank and file love Trump. The U.S.
This is the same exact thing I say. He supports you. No, he doesn't. He supports the union bosses, the guys who make multiple millions of dollars and donate to his campaign, the guys who get their union members to support, to go to Kamala Harris rallies to make it look like she actually could get people in a room to listen to her for free, right? But the guy does have cognitive dissonance. He does. It's not that he may have it. He does have it. Because Charlie Kirk is running down all the facts. Donald Trump is a class traitor. He betrayed his elite friends and his elite buddies and his elite peers and counterparts in the name of making America great again. Donald Trump is old. Sometimes when you're old, that's when you start sorting out your legacy. And he wants to leave an America that people can prosper in. Unlike these other parasites who just want to destroy America as much as they can to get what they can out of it and don't care about the future. That's why there's like this like monumental change has occurred. And everyone has to admit that. Or they can keep doing like this guy and just being, keep on having cognitive dissonance, pretending like these people are good and virtuous when they're not. Pretending to hate the rich and be fighting against the rich and fascism while simultaneously supporting the candidates who are funded by these same fascists, by these same super ultra mega wealthy elites.
UAW loved Trump more than Biden. The carpenters union loved Trump more than Biden. The police union. The point is this, is that the Democrat Party, they are sitting on a house of cards of young activists that truly want to go like crush the rich. And there is some truth to that. Like there's a very rich oligarchy in this country that remains rich and stays rich off of gaming government systems and public policy. And you guys give them a free pass because you think that we're fascists when in reality, we're the ones that are actually fighting to destroy the oligarchy the most.
Speechless. All right, last question.
Last point.
Last question. Let's say, so you do want to fight for the American middle class, and
that's
how,
my yes.
Okay,
No,
how does freer the market like helps with the middle
again,
class?
I want precision in free markets, but how does free market support the middle class? Again, I'm not puritanical, but I think that generally more choices are a good thing. I think that generally supporting entrepreneurs is positive, but I think that mass immigration is really bad for American workers.
There's no mass immigration.
Well, first of all, how many people are? Wow. Well, you're right. There is mass invasion, but
so 20 million illegal criminal alien migrants isn't mass immigration? 20 million. That's not mass immigration. Find me a country that's like 20 million people in the last, in 1 year. Ever. This is ridiculous, man. This guy, he's just talking. He doesn't even know anything. But one day he will become a teacher and he'll be indoctrinating little leftists based on the blind spots in his own reasoning. This is someone who reasons with blind spots. Someone who's like, yo, this isn't happening. Well, yes, it is. And the only reason why this guy is sitting around willing to listen to this guy is because he's Charlie Kirk. That's it. That's the only reason he's willing to listen and have this conversation. These are the people where if they were having this conversation with their peers, they would have walked off a long time ago. They would have walked off a long while ago. But I'm letting you see this. This is why these people don't want to have conversations. They don't want to have conversations because honestly, they don't know all the facts. And they might know some of the facts, but they only know the facts that support what they think. That's it. And most of what they think is not facts at all.
Exactly. There's not mass immigration. That's just liberal lingo used to try to make it seem like we're just so uncaring because people are just coming over here voluntarily willing to work. No violence, no drugs, none of that. No, that's hot garbage. There's a massive invasion of illegal aliens that are flooding right in through our wide open southern border. That's what's going on. And I see he's rocking glasses, but come on now. You got to wake up out of the wokeness and just look around, my man.
But how many people are coming across the southern border every day?
I don't know, but like,
you don't know. I'm actually genuinely curious. Can you guess?
Okay. On what time frame?
Every day.
Every day? 500.
Yeah, it's at its low point. It's at 10,000 right now. It was 15,000 last month. So what does that annualize? Let's play that out.
A lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's mass immigration, right? How many green cards do we give out every year?
Probably a lot.
Yeah, a lot. About 1.2 million.
Well,
right?
what's wrong with giving out green cards?
I'm not saying anything wrong. No, you said there's no mass migration. So I'm just trying to tell you, we do have mass migration, right? We have 3 million on the southern border, and then we have 1 million green cards, right? That's 4 million a year, right? Which is basically bigger than most U.S. states. Now, everything comes with a cost. When you have mass migration, you're going to get lower wages. But that means you're going to disenfranchise American workers. What are you studying? Computer science?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you're an American born, I'm guessing, American raised. I don't want to.
I wasn't, but
okay,
I moved to the U.S.
Okay, well, you're an American now, I guess. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
or you're
I am.
Student visa. Okay, you're going to now have to compete.
Oh, why was that not surprising? I knew the nigga was a immigrant. Not saying anything's wrong with him being an immigrant, but you know he's an immigrant because you have this contingent in America of legal immigrants who sympathize with illegal immigrants, and it's usually the younger ones because they're not the ones who had to go through all the burdens and hurdles and all that stuff to get welcomed into the country. Their parents went through all that. They just came in as little kids like, oh, my dad did it for me. So they're like, why can't they come in too? That's not how any of this works. Are you even thinking about opportunities for regular, everyday Americans? Or are you just totally focused on, well, I got this, so I want them to have it too? Somebody has to run the country in a way that's conducive for your prosperity, idiot, so you have a job when you get out of college. Or some freaking rich-ass oligarch, the ones they support by voting Democrat, can go get a bunch of illegal immigrants and train them how to do computer science, and now you don't got a job. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna call him a tether, but it makes sense to me what he's doing. This is what I'm telling you. Some of these people have blind spots in their reasoning.
You're kind of proving my point, but that's a separate issue. You're now going to have to compete against foreign labor for your computer science jobs. I think we have a moral obligation to American-born workers to give them preference and priority and restrict the labor supply so that our computer science majors can have higher wages, not to have suppressed wages so some tech CEO can bring in a bunch of Indians and suppress their, nothing against Indians, but just, bring down their wages.
Personally, I just think that, like, if you came to America and then receive a green card, I think you get to work however you want. Like,
okay, I think that American-born citizens
and then there
shouldn't
be a priority because they're American citizens.
Well,
as long as you're
the guy's just, we don't even need to keep watching this. The guy is arguing a point that Charlie Kirk's not even making. If you come to America and you get a green card, these people don't have a green card. These people don't even have a Social Security number or ITN number or whatever it's called. They don't even have it. He's still talking about legal immigration. But we're talking about people who illegally immigrate to this country. Okay, so we're going pretty strong, guys. Let's like, share, subscribe to the channel if we haven't already. Let people know. I know it's late over there. It's nice and early over here, but thank all of you who are still rocking with me. I know y'all got to go to bed pretty soon, but we got one more. We got one more thing we got to talk about. We got to talk about these celebrities. They're leaving X, formerly known as Twitter, and I don't think they'll stay gone, right? I don't think they'll stay gone. But apparently because of the election results, they want to leave. Could you imagine? Could you remember when it was proven that the former CEO of Twitter had did some shady shit to help rig the election? Remember that? Now all of a sudden, you didn't see conservatives saying I'm leaving Twitter because the guy, I think his name is Jack something, he made it to where he kicked Donald Trump off Twitter. That's what happened. He kicked Donald Trump off Twitter. You didn't see conservatives like I'm leaving Twitter because he kicked Donald Trump off a president. He kicked the president off Twitter. You didn't see anyone doing that. This is what I'm telling you. The left is immature. These people are total idiots. They do not want
Donald Trump's crush.
They do not want to participate in America unless they win all the time. We may have said the election was rigged, but we didn't say we're no longer going to participate in America because our candidate didn't win. Of course, yeah. Yeah, we didn't like say F America, F this. We don't want to be a part of this because we didn't win this election. And if they do leave, better. I hope they stay gone because that just means we win again in a landslide. But these people realize now, once they lost the people, they understand how unpopular their views are. And now they want to take their ball and go home. And good riddance to them. But I want you guys to understand, these are the people that you almost handed your country over to.
Donald Trump's crushing victory has left many of his critics in shock, especially in Hollywood, where several celebrities once vowed to leave the U.S. if he became president. But are they sticking to their promises? Let's take a closer look. First up, Samuel L. Jackson. Back in 2015, Jackson joked on a late-night show that he might move to South Africa if Trump won.
If that mother becomes president, I move my black ass to South Africa.
After the election, he clarified that it was just a skit, saying that when you learn the difference between my actual opinion and a Kimmel skit, we can talk. The actor is still here, starring in movies and supporting Democratic campaigns. Bryan Cranston, the star of Breaking Bad, said he moved to Canada if Trump won, even calling the idea of Trump's presidency unreal. But after the election, Cranston stayed and expressed hope for unity, writing, "I sincerely wish him success." He's been a vocal supporter of Kamala Harris this time around. Next up, Whoopi Goldberg. She hinted at leaving the US in 2016, saying that maybe it's time for me to move. But she later made it clear that she wasn't going anywhere. After Trump's re-election meme claiming she'd moved to Canada, Goldberg shot back, "I've got a contract, I'm staying right here." Pop icon Cher also famously joked in 2015 that she'd move to Jupiter if Trump became president. While she didn't leave after his first term, she's voiced frustration, even saying that his presidency gave her health issues. Cher hasn't commented yet on this election, but she hinted in 2023 that she might actually leave this time. Disney star Raven-Symoné also vowed to move to Canada with her family in 2016. She even claimed that she had a ticket ready. But like the others, she stayed in the US and hasn't spoken about the latest results. Miley Cyrus took a strong stand in 2016, saying that if this is my president, I am moving. She later admitted that the statement was misguided, calling it dumb and reaffirming her commitment to stay and fight for change. Lena Dunham once said that she was 100% serious about moving to Canada if Trump won. But after staying put, she explained that her comments were made in jest, adding that it's harder to stay and face the hate, but I'm willing to try. Finally, Amy Schumer joked about moving to Spain, saying that she'd have to learn Spanish. After the election, she clarified her remarks were not serious and called out critics who took her words literally. Well, so far, no private jets have left Hollywood.
They're not going anywhere. We know, they know. They're not going anywhere. If they left, America would be better off. They're not going anywhere because they want this money. And it's just the same way like T.I. and Killer Mike was talking all that shit about Trump at the Revolt Summit, and then talked about how they benefited greatly, made millions and millions of dollars off the opportunity zones that he put all over the South. They say that to gaslight you. They say that to get you hysterical. But they're never going to do it. Why would they leave? They're rich. None of this affects them. Why would they leave? They just want to make you, who can't leave, hysterical. Oh my God, Amy Schumer's leaving America. Bitch, bye. Who cares? Goodbye and good riddance. No one cares. But they're leaving X. They're leaving, they want to abandon Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter. They want to abandon X, which some of them are leaving. What's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis left, and a couple other people. It doesn't even matter. I'm leaving a social media platform. Like, immaturity. But when you see these people take these extreme measures, like you got some people doing like they're marching down the street with like Nazi flags and stuff, but they got their faces covered, trying to make people think, oh, there's this rise all of a sudden, and like Nazi propaganda or sentiment because Trump got elected. Yeah, but you always got your face covered. Let's go back to Germany, Nazi Germany. I didn't see a single German with their face covered. Just like, exactly, Frank White, these people are paid to say they're leaving just to make you hysterical. Oh my God, look at all the, you remember when people kept saying, we're a laughingstock around the world. When Trump's president, we're a laughingstock. Hey, man, we're a laughingstock with Biden as president. Your freaking president falling down steps, falling down on stage, can't string a sentence, losing his mind live on air. That's not embarrassing. That doesn't make us a laughingstock. But for some reason, Trump makes us a laughingstock. What has Trump done to get us laughed at by the international community, other than tell them they're gonna pay their fair share for NATO and all these other partnerships that we're a part of? No. Biden's the laughingstock. Radical liberal extreme leftists are a laughingstock. These are the people that are making an absolute fool out of themselves, all because in an attempt to scare the American people, the American masses, into capitulating to their political demands. And that's all that, and that's the reality. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate every single thing you do. I'm not going to do the Cash App or the contributions because we didn't get any. For some reason, you guys aren't contributing to the stream. I don't know why, but I'm going to keep making videos. Maybe you guys hate the fact that I'm talking about Trump. Maybe you guys hate the fact that I'm talking about conservative politics. I'm going to keep doing it. So keep not donating. That's fine with me. Keep not liking, sharing, swear. That's fine. But that's what this channel, that's what we're on right now, because that's what's important. If you guys want to talk about catfish farms in Senegambia, there's channels for that. But we're talking about right now these people who have literally, like Whoopi Goldberg, declared war on the middle class American because they can't get their way. Understand that. Oh, I ain't tripping. We getting this. I'm getting this paper already, but we gonna get this paper even more when Trump's in office. And that's crazy. You got all the people screaming, I'm voting Democrat. I'm going to be a socialist. Show me the socialist thing they're working on. Show me the insulated socialist society. Show me the insulated socialist society that these dudes are creating within America, because you could do that. They're fake-ass socialists. You ain't no damn socialist talking about you want to open a business. You ain't no damn socialist talking about you want to work a 9 to 5 and actually get paid for it. Bullshit. And we're not going to lie to you, and we're not going to cater to your sensitivities. We're going to give you straight facts, homie. We're going to drop straight jewels on you, straight reality, no chaser. And if you don't like it, that's on you. But thank y'all so much for watching this. I appreciate every single thing you do for me and this channel. Until the next time, take care of yourself, but most importantly, take care of each other.